Swytch Bike fans, today we're going to take a look and see how the thumb throttle works. I've had a lot of questions on this, and it's not the most intuitive thing in the world. When I got it, I figured, regardless of what my assist setting was, if I crank that, I would get somewhere between 0 and maximum motor power. And it doesn't work that way. It works basically, it seems to be limited to whatever power mode you're on. So first test we're going to do, just listen. This is power mode number 1, where assist is going to stop at a certain number of miles an hour. Listen to the motor cut out when the wheel gets to the right amount of RPM. Motor on. Okay, here the motor's not cutting off. And I'm curious as to how fast that's going. So let's take a look. We're going to use the super sophisticated phototachometer here, which is not particularly accurate. I'm just going to crank this up as far as it goes. It's telling me, you can see it's a little bit jumpy. Seems to have settled on 180. 160. Yeah. Really jumpy but hard to tell. Somewhere around 200 RPM. Not the greatest tool I've ever bought. Now, if we go up, and let's just go all the way to power level 5, this is the most you're going to get. Let's listen and see if we seem to have a difference in terms of the wheel RPM. Now there you heard the motor cut out, right? You turn back on again. And if I had a free hand, you could use the brake. Here I'm going to unthrottle a little bit, put it back on. So let's take a look and see if that's any difference on that photo tack. $292 seems to be the sweet spot. So the question is, how does that affect when you're actually riding the bike? And I think the easiest way to tell is to get on the bike and go for a quick ride. Okay, so it's a little cold and it's a little dark, and we're going to do this on thumb throttle only. So I'm going to ride down to the street there, and I'm just going to go from the corner up to my mailbox, and we're going to try that without pedaling at each different power level and see what happens. So let's work our way down there and we'll give it a quick shot. Okay, thumb throttle only, power level 1. Let's see how far we can get. So, get to the driveway, but it's a little bit of a struggle. Okay. Going up to power level 2. We're going to do exactly the same thing. Level 2, thumb throttle only. Not particularly different, maybe a little bit better. Switched over to 3. Whew, it's a little chilly. Alright, here we go. No pedaling, power level 3, thumb throttle. And this is all the way on, by the way. A little bit better. Again, this is all seat of the pants, but as soon as you get to that hill, you can see it's starting to struggle. So I think on the flat we go a little bit faster, but you just don't have the torque to go up a hill without pedaling. You can hear I gotta adjust my brakes. All right, level 4, same test, still basically flat here, no pedaling. All right, feels like it wants to go a little bit faster. This would be better if I had some flat ground. All right, but still, that's about all she wrote. And then finally, power level 5. No pedaling. Okay, I'm going to say the speed is almost indistinguishable. So we'll do one more quick little test. Just back down to power level 1. All right, power level 1. I'm going to give it full throttle, and I'm going to pedal. Pretty easy to get to the mailbox. All right, now let's do the same thing on level 3. Okay, full throttle and pedal. And you can see we're going a bit faster. And then finally, level 5. Okay, full throttle and pedal. In the same gear. And you can see I'm going quite a bit faster. So the bottom line is, you get a lot more boost. You're certainly not going to be able to use the throttle by itself on anything other than completely flat ground. Alright, and this is the last thing I want to show you guys today. In the Power Pack instructions is this guide to different settings when you go into the settings mode. And to do that, you hold the up and down arrows together. I'm just going to put this on level 3. So if you hold up and down together, you end up in settings mode, right? Now, the first mode is the wheel size. So mine on the second setting is set for a 26-inch wheel. And that's pretty intuitive. And then to move back and forth, you press the middle button. Right? Now that second setting is the top speed. You can only change this from one to the other, and that's going to depend on, I think, where you live. So in the US, the top speed is a little bit higher than in the UK. The third setting is the power limit. Now, the question on the power limit is, what the heck does this really mean? You see mine's on the third, which they indicate at 80%. Well, the bottom line is, if this is 80, if you move it up with the arrow, that's 90, here's 100%. At 100%, you're using 100% of the available battery for whatever mode you happen to be in normally for pedal assist. So let's just say you're on pedal assist 1. With this set this way, pedal assist 1 through 5 are all going to have 100% battery. And from the factory, I think it comes at either 80 or 90. I leave mine at 80. Right, and this gives you longer battery life. So if you were to put this all the way down, the bottom value is 60%. So it's basically 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. at this setting of 80, that means I have 80% of the battery available in whatever mode that I'm in. So the bottom line with this is, if you want more power and more assist, you set this higher. And if you're comfortable, and I would recommend you start at the level where I am now, 80%, because that's quite a bit of assist. If you run it there, that's where I seem to get, that's the sweet spot for me in terms of mileage. I've never gone any lower than that. Then finally, the other two settings, if you hit the middle button again, this is the pedal assist direction, so it's forwards and backwards. Obviously, you don't want to mess with that. And then finally, the last setting is factory reset. So that's really the way the menu works. When you're all done, you hold the power button down again, and it puts you back to where you started. And here I am at a battery level 5 and a power assist. I don't know why it went to 5, but I set it back to 3. So remember, this is your pedal assist modes, so 1 through 5, but it's affected by that settings value of battery output. So right now at a 3, I'm always going to be 80% of 3. At a 5, I'll always be 80% of 5. If I want more than that, I have to go back into the settings menu and make that change. It's getting cold here. So what did we learn today? Well, two things, I think. First of all, the thumb throttle is really only useful on flat ground. That last test that you saw me doing, there's a very slight incline there. And the bottom line is, if you're going to depend on that thumb throttle, you're not really going anywhere. It does seem to vary with the level of assist, right? So you get a little bit more boost on 5 than you do on 1, but it's not like a motorcycle throttle, right? You're not going to crank that and just ride the bike without pedaling. I only use it rarely on flat ground when, for one reason or another, I decide I want to stop pedaling for a little bit. So I live in a very hilly area. It's not useful for me. I bought two, one with each of the two kits that I have. I've got the one mounted on my bike. The one that I bought for my wife's bike, if you watch that video, we can't get it on because of the way where her gear shifter is. So I'm actually going to give a brand new thumb throttle away. And I'm going to do that when I get to 250 subscribers. Could take forever, could take little time, but when we get to 250, I'll be giving away a brand new Swytch thumb throttle. Then the other thing is that settings menu. Take a look at that, fool around with it, right? When you get into that power assist level, I mean, they don't really talk about it too much in the manual, but the bottom line is, when you set that to 80%, just figure you have 80% of that battery available, regardless of what power assist level you're at. Right? Turn it up higher if you want a little bit more battery and a little bit more assist. 80 seems to be the sweet spot. Any of the riding videos I did, I'm always at 80. And for the most part, when I ride by myself, I keep the thing off quite a bit. And when I need it, you know, pedal assist 2 is where I start. Very rarely will I go any higher than that. I've also noticed, you can see it's cold. It's about 40 degrees outside right now. Battery life in the cold is a little bit less than battery life in the warm. I haven't done any real testing yet, but I do seem to drop power a little bit faster when it's cold outside. So one of these days we'll do a video on that. So in any case, guys, I hope this was helpful. If you've got a Swytch kit, I hope you're having as much fun on yours as I am on mine. And you know, if you live somewhere where it's flat, that thumb throttle could be a fun little gadget to have. If you live somewhere where it's hilly and you think you're going to ride it like a motorcycle, it's not going to work that way. So thanks for watching.